Hey everybody, Prepper for the Ages coming at you from my secret bug out location. I have a story to tell you about evictions, and when you are not in eviction territory and whatnot, it can be a shocker if a neighbor suddenly moves out on an emergency basis. It happened for in a couple of houses. One was next door, and the other one was across from me. It happened twice in the one next door. The elderly couple, moved out, retired, and the nice young couple bought a house, and they had a kid, and they had all the scheduling going with the kid and the parents, and they hang out with people in the neighborhood and everything, and all of a sudden, the house was empty. After one weekend, the house was empty. No sign of anything, not returning anybody's calls. Well, it ends up that they had fallen behind in their mortgage, and it's a private thing. You don't tell the neighbors that you've fallen behind on your mortgage and you're getting your mortgage is foreclosed on. So it was a very private thing, and they took it very hard. And needless to say, they didn't want to share it with the neighbors, but they all of a sudden disappeared from the neighborhood overnight. And it was a very sad thing that we found out happened, but it was a shocker because nobody knew. Now another couple moved in with a young child, and a little something different happened, but it was kind of like still an emergency move situation. The police were called one day to the abode. He moved out. She was there with the kid, and I guess they went to court, and the judge said, one can have the kid, one can have the house. Like, really, if you have a kid, you really need a house. But one could have the kid, one could have the house. So she chose the kid, he got the house. She had to emergency move out on an emergency basis. All of the friends and family moved in, and emergency evacuation, and they took everything out of the house, and that was that. And so, but I mean, that was a private thing. That was also something that, why tell the neighbors when you're having problems? So it was something that was another shocker to the neighborhood, with all of a sudden moved out, and it was a shocker. Now the third one was, I think it was another eviction scenario, and at least on papers, if you look up in the registry of deeds, it was an eviction scenario. They fell behind on their mortgage. They didn't want to bother the neighbors, whatnot, and all of a sudden, overnight, they were gone. Overnight, there was a swarm of personal vehicles, and that was it. They were gone out of the house, and nobody even knew where they went. I mean, it was like, what happened? And so the house remained, I would say, 7 or 8 months. The house remained empty over 7 or 8 months, and don't know how. I guess they needed to, in order to sell the house, it needed some work. So, but it was, it was a foreclosed mortgage, gotta go situation. So, but nobody knew until everything was over. So just be aware. Just if you see all of a sudden moving vans or people just leaving and not, don't see them again. It's something that happens. It's a terrible and sad thing, and it's something that is very private to people. So if you see that, just wish them the best of luck, and there for the grace of God type of thing. But yeah, it's something that I think that people are going to either experience firsthand themselves in evictions, or see what goes on in the neighborhood. But yeah, people don't want to tell you that they're behind on their mortgage or behind on their rent. So don't be surprised if you see the vans and the moving vans and the emergency evacuations going on. All right. Well, I hope this finds you well. Prepper for the Ages, signing out for now.